Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl, keep me a favorite yada gal. Alright, so for today I have a client tutorial. First of all, I'm gonna start by apologizing. The lighting was not great. I did have my lights with me, but honestly, I just didn't set it up. It wasn't bothering me doing her makeup, but I really didn't think about how the footage would look without the light, and I wish I did. But aside from that, the footage is still pretty good, and I'll just try to do a really good job of explaining what I have done here. But if you want to see how I get this bomb look on this gorgeous lady, then just keep on watching. I always start out with some good skin prep. Usually I cleanse the face first with some micellar water or anything like that, but the client informed me that she did her own skincare routine and she had a couple serums on and everything. She kind of broke down exactly what she used on her face, so I didn't feel like it was gonna affect what I was gonna put on top, so I decided to just leave her own products on her face, because more than likely that would make her feel more comfortable other than disrupting her skincare routine. Now, y'all, these brows, oh my gosh, I was so obsessed with these brows. So I recently switched out all the brow pencils in my kit to just only using the Urban Decay brow blade. I still have other options, but this is usually my go-to. Oh my gosh, I decided to leave a lot of this footage to show you guys exactly why I love this pencil. I ended up not even having to go in to carve the brows out afterwards to clean it up, because to me there was no cleanup necessary. I feel like the shape was great. I feel like it was perfectly blended, and as you can tell, I did go in a few times in between to make sure with the spoolie that I was making sure that everything was blending smooth and that nothing was looking too harsh or anything. In the beginning, you'll see where her brows were more lightly done. I showed it to her and she said she preferred her brows a little bit darker, and that is why I ended up going darker on the brows. In the end, it ended up looking great anyways, because the eye look was a bit more dramatic. For the eyeshadow, I made sure to prime my eyes, of course, which you saw. I just used my sponge to just lightly tap in my Viseart eye primer into the eyes. I gave that a little while to set in so it could really grip these shadows. And then the lighting is off, so these colors are really not true to color, but I was using my Violet Voss. It's a neutral palette. It's called, I think, Olive You. Specific details will be in the description box, but I'm just going in with kind of like a more neutral, kind of lighter transition shade, just to shape the crease. And you'll see how I really take my time to carve around her entire eye socket pretty much, and then I just gradually built this color up, and then I slowly added in like my slightly darker colors just to really get the colors that I wanted. And I mostly focus all my color on the outer V, and then right here you'll see that I added in a little bit of black and a dark brown, because I did want the outer parts to be smoky. The photographer had specifically told me she wanted a very dramatic look, so even though this was supposed to be bridal, she wanted it to be a modern dramatic bridal look. She told me smoky, so that's what we went for, and I just tried to make it bridal as well. By now, y'all have heard me mention the Danessa Myricks color fixes time and time again. They have been my go-to lately. I love them so much. They're just so easy to use and just really thought out for the working artist. As you can see, I literally just squeezed just a dime size directly onto the eyelid, and then I just blended it out. I was gonna carve it out to be kind of a cut crease first, but then I decided, since it's already a dramatic look, I didn't want it to look too like editorial, so I decided to just blend around the edges to give it a little bit of a softer look, even though it is smoky. And in the end, I was very happy I did that. But can y'all see why I love these pigments? Like, look how reflective it is. It's so beautiful, and I didn't need to put anything else on top. When it dries down, you can touch it. It is transfer resistant. It is waterproof. Like, it is perfect for your modern day bride. You can dance from sun up to sundown, and you don't have to worry about it getting on your hubby's shirt. You don't have to worry about it fading away. Like, nothing. Until you deliberately remove this product, it'll be on your eyes. I've worn it for more than 24 hours, y'all. Yeah, so I know for sure how they work, and I'm pretty confident in them every single time I apply them on a client. I forgot to mention, but because this look was so intricate and I wanted the sharpest, just the sharpest eyeshadow I could have, I made sure to just go ahead and add the tape. That saved me time from having to clean it up afterwards. So it just was really just more of a convenience thing for me why I added the tape. It's completely optional. And then I'm also using the Dennis Amirix Color Fix right here in Blackout to create just the smallest wing. And this was honestly just so I could blend the lash in a little bit better. It's not necessary. If you have black shadow, you can achieve the same look, and just slightly smudge it along the lash line, just so that because we use the lighter color on the lid, you don't want it to be obvious where you placed your lashes. And then for my lashes today, you always want to make sure, regardless of what type of lash you use, even if they're smaller lashes, I found that they lay so much better and they're so much more comfortable in the eye if you trim both corners, so the inner corner and the outer corner. Even if the lashes aren't too big for the eye, just trim just that little plastic piece at the end, because I feel like sometimes it sticks, it pokes you in your eye, and it's just really uncomfortable. It could cause your eyes to just feel irritated and just like water throughout the day, and it's just really not gonna be good for you or for your client. So yeah, make sure you trim those lashes, honey. And then I just went ahead, I added some lip balm on the lip just to have it sit, and then I went ahead and primed my face. I used my Radial Soft Glow Focus Drops, and I just love this product. Look how it blended into the skin. It's more of like skincare, but it's primer at the same time. Lately, I've kind of been leaning towards those kind of products where I don't feel like it's just only makeup. It's also meant to like nourish the skin and provide like good nutrients. And you can see it like as the products are blended out, that your skin just looks healthy and glowy and just beautiful. Even if I'm going for a matte look, which for her, she wanted sort of dewy, but not too dewy, because she gets really oily in her T-zone. So I just was trying to be mindful of that. For foundation, I decided to go with my Huda Beauty Luminous Full Filter Luminous Foundation. God, that's a mouthful. But anyways, yes, I went with that one because it is luminous, but as you're blending it out, it definitely feels a little bit more matte, which is also a reason why I go with a more glowy and moisturizing primer underneath, because I've found that it has helped me out tremendously with the blending process. And then for concealer and contour, I believe I went in with my RCMA. I just love how this product blends so well, and it seems to work with almost every other product that I've used it with. I've never had an issue with it, so it's usually my go-to, and it comes with me on every single job. And I'm just, yeah, giving her face some shape, from, it just being flat with just foundation only. So the highlight and contour is really necessary. Even if you are going for a natural look, you can go with just a color that is just like one shade lighter or one shade darker, just to give it the slightest highlight and the slightest little shading. But it is completely necessary. Your natural face is not flat and one-toned, so you cannot just apply only a foundation all over the face and expect that is going to look natural or it's going to look good. Like, I just don't think that's the look that I like to go for my clients. For under eye, you'll see that I really went in and I was going in with it's basically a blending brush. And I'm just going in, making sure that I blend out the concealer, and then I add the powder on top, I decided to go with Laura Mercier in just the tiniest amounts because I didn't want it to look cakey under the eye. As you can tell, she naturally has bags, and I just had to make sure that I was really focusing on that so that the product wouldn't end up creasing underneath, or that I would miss any spots by just going in with a bigger brush or even a sponge to apply the powder. So I just went in with a really tiny brush so I could really make sure that it's getting everywhere. And then I decided to, add a little bit more bronze by going for my Mented Cosmetics. I love their bronzers. This shade is Yacht Life. This is a shade I use on myself as well. It has little tiny gold reflexes in it too, so it's just really, really, really beautiful. It's so beautiful. So yeah, like I said, this look is just a little bit more glam. So yeah, I definitely went all out on her, but that's what we wanted, y'all. That's the vibe, and she loved it and I loved it, and I hope you guys love it as well. I also hope you guys love my style of talking you through what I'm doing. I just feel like when I upload and I just only have the music in it, there's nothing informative about it. I feel like only a more advanced person who knows what I'm doing and can just look and kind of just tell would enjoy it. I would like to cater to everybody, including the beginner artist who has no idea what they're doing or why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that's why I'm explaining myself, because I do like to feel like I am teaching somebody, or just that my content has a little bit of value. But anyways, this is the Jaclyn Hill Blush and Bronze Duo, and this one is, I think this is in this blush, because I only use the blush in this one, and it's Pink Me Up. So pink, like the color Me Up, and I just had her smile a little bit just to make sure I got a little extra on her cheeky cheeks. I love blush, and like I said, she was definitely, this was for a photo shoot, so I had to make sure I went a little bit heavier on the blush. It's not really showing up on here that I used a good bit of blush, but it's picking up on camera, so you could tell that I used a good bit. And she loves highlight, and I'm so happy that she does, because honey, so do I. And I love when a client tell me that they love highlight, and I can really just go ham, because I love the look of a good highlighter. Like, I love highlighters so much. And she went with the Jaclyn Hill Accent Light highlighters, and y'all, this highlighter has been the truth. It's probably my favorite product out of her whole launch so far. Just look how beautiful it is, and it's not like chalky, it's not sitting on top of the face. It's really just having her look like just glowy, but it's definitely beaming, but not like crazy beaming, you know what I mean? I hope you guys feel the same way that I feel, because I'm just loving this highlight. If you're not feeling the highlight, tell me what's your favorite part of this look. At this point, I was basically done with everything. I was just doing all the little fine tuning and finishing touches. So like the highlight, I made sure I went under the under eye and added in some color. I went with the same shades that I have in her crease, minus the black. I just went with the more neutral shades, just because I didn't want the eye to look like, super overpowering. And at the same time, her under eyes, like I said, they're a little bit baggy, so I didn't want to add black underneath, so I just went with the brown, and I think it was perfect. And then I just add a little mascara inner corner highlight on the eyes, and I did her lips. I used just kind of like a mauve lip pencil, and I just went with a natural contour of her lip. For lips, I really don't like doing anything dramatic. I don't ever overline somebody's lip unless I feel like it is very necessary or they ask me to. Like, I just don't like to do that, because it's not flattering on everybody, especially when you're gonna be close up to people and they're gonna be looking in your face. It's just not the vibe that I go for. I like you to look and feel like yourself, but just bomb as hell. Like, that's just how I like you to feel, like you're just bomb as hell. Yeah, and then I went with the Artist Couture. It's their lip gloss. It's the pink nude shade that they have. I don't remember the name of it, but it'll be in the description box. I love their glosses. They're pigmented, but they last long. They're not sticky. Like, I love everything about them. It makes your lips look so full and just fluffy and voluptuous. And who doesn't love a good gloss? Especially with COVID, we're not allowed to wear gloss anymore. Like, gloss just doesn't even exist. So every chance I get to apply gloss to a client now, I do it, honey. Yeah, that's it for this look. I hope you loved it. Once again, I apologize for the lighting. Give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment. Let me know if you prefer the style of me talking through what I'm doing. If not, I'll just shut up. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.